Brakat Yahweh, Brakat Yahushai, Brakat Yahweh, Brakat Yahushai, Brakat Yahweh, Brakat Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bahashim, Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. Salutation to the hopeful elect out there, you Akim to Zadakim that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. I'm the priest Shaman. This week's topic is going to be entitled, Our Life in This Truth is as a Bitter Herb. Our life in this truth is as a bitter herb. And what inspired this lesson was, I was talking with the elder brother Bilal, and we was, talking about the adversities and what have you, and shit that pops up. And the brother made a very good point. He said, Ak, you know what, man? The Lord made our life like this because it should keep these things keeps us in this truth. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't agree more. And then the thought just popped in my head. I told him, it's like the bitter herbs, If you take bitter herbs, consuming is very bitter. It's not the most pleasant thing, okay? But it's really doing good for you. Conversely, if you were consuming a bunch of fast food, it tastes great. Busting down some, whatever your favorite fast food, your favorite guilty pleasure meal, you're busting that shit down, and often after you feel fucked up. Whether it be the french fries or the burgers, that's not necessarily that french fries and burgers. A fast food version. My guilty pleasure is Wendy's, for example. I go to Wendy's, eat a bunch of empty calories, I guess. Feels good in the moment, but, in the long term, it's not good for you. Wherein you have your bitter herbs now. Whatever different bitter herbs and tinctures you take. You're not like, damn, they have some good bitter herbs. You don't do that. You're like, just like at the Passover. With that horseradish, not cabbage and kale, horseradish. You go, that shit clears up your whole nostrils and everything. You see? So, that's our life in this truth. Bitter moments, bitter things you go through, but it's a trial and experience thing. It's just going to make you even better and ultimately obtain the kingdom. Hebrews 12:5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. Right. So the Most High chastises and afflicts men in a different way, according to what you can bear. You have the health demon. Alright, that'll come and fuck up your health. Whether it's just whatever. Even Paul talked about like a thorn, right? He just couldn't get away. Pretty sure we all know about the financial demon. The bills just spawn like a fucking video game. You walking in GTA and just see NPCs spawning. That's how these bills just spawn. Might jump on your woman, of course. She'll start giving you hell. Job, car issues. The list goes on. And like I said, the Most I do it to according to what a brother. Everybody got their own hell. You might not struggle financially, but health-wise, you fucked up. You might not struggle health-wise, but financially, you fucked up. Right? Everything could be going good with your family, but all of a sudden, at the job, it's just hell. So, the Most High's gonna find a way. And it's great. Fuck it, it's good. It's that bitter herb we need. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth. He chasteneth and scourgeth every son whom he received. Prime example is our Lord Yahushua, the Lord's only begotten son. Alright? Put on the cross. Went through a lot. And, as it is written, servant is greater than his master. So all the things that the Lord went through, we're going to go through. Here's a key part. Verse 7. If ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not, right? You know, you want to discipline your son. If he's doing something bad, you know, as a child, you know, a child doesn't really understand what they're doing a lot of times. So it's up to you to correct them. They might be crying, Dad, why are you doing this? And when they're older, they'll appreciate you. Most High does the same thing with us, you know, with children. You know, the Most High has far greater understanding than we do, of course, by infinity. So you might say in your flesh, man, Lord, why is this doing it? Why? I'm talking when you don't understand what's going on. But when you do understand what's going on, you see the Most High is doing that. What? For your betterment. Like a bitter herb, like a good ass whooping, you know? 8. But if ye be without chastening, wherefore all are you partakers, then are you bastards and not sons, right? That means they don't care about you. That's how come you look at these people in the world, these nations. Most I don't give two fucks about them. Let them prosper. Who cares? This place is going to be destroyed anyways, right? We're looking at the everlasting. This is all temporal. Everything we see before us is temporal. Whatever you're going through, that's a good way to look at the things too. Whatever you're going through, it's all temporal. You know, it's going to pass. All things must pass. You know, all prophecies must pass. 9. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh, which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? Right. Under rule to the Father of spirits, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, pardon me. 10. For they verily for a few days chastened us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, like a bitter herb. This is for our profit. We might not see it. You know? We might not see it in a moment, but then when we mature, we see it. You know? And that's why that elder brother said that. He said this thing keeps us in the truth. This thing keeps us grounded because we have nothing in the world to go back to. That we might be partakers of him, of his holiness. Now, no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, right? You could act all high and mighty all you want, but in this flesh, it doesn't feel joyous when you go and do it. You know? At times it doesn't. Just being real with you. Fuck, man. People's got fucking spirits on them. 11. Now no chasten for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. Again, that's that bitter herb, and that's our life, man. That's our life. Wherefore lift up the hands which hang down and the feeble knees, right? Stand up. It's okay. It's okay, Akim. We're gonna be good as long as we endure. It's the key. Gotta endure to the very end. The time's only gonna get worse. And make straight path for your feet, lest that which is lame be turned off the way, but let it rather be healed. See? So Lord told Job, Lord told Job, gird up thy loins like a man. You know? Deal with the shit. That's it. Psalms chapter 119 verse 67. Before I was afflicted, I went astray, but now I have kept thy word. Thou art good and doest good. Teach me thy statutes. The proud have forged a lie against me, but I will keep thy precepts with my whole heart. Their heart is as fat as grease, but I delight in thy laws. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes. The law of thy mouth is better unto me than thousands of gold and silver. Thy hands have made me and fashioned me. Give me understanding that I may learn thy commandments. They that fear thee will be glad when they see me, because I have hoped in thy word. I know, O Lord, that thy judgments are right, and that thou in faithfulness hast afflicted me. Right. So it's a right judgment. The Most High afflicts us. Okay? You're not gonna hear that in the churches, man. They associate affliction with Satanism and shit, you know? Now, it depends on the type of individual you are, because if you're a wicked nigga, the Lord could be jacking you up. See? Let I pray thee thy merciful kindness be for my comfort, according to thy word, unto thy servant. Let thy tender mercies come unto me, that I may live, for thy law is my delight. Jump to Isaiah 48:10. Close with this. It says, behold, Isaiah chapter 48 verse 10. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. How do you refine silver and gold? With fire. You know, the Lord Yahushua said, you know, look, John the Baptist baptized you with water, but I'm here to baptize you with fire. What's fire? Fire is a purification agent. Alright? Water too, cleanse, but fire purifies things on a deeper level. That's how you get your precious metals and things like that. You burn it to, you know, whatever heat is necessary to get rid of the imperfections. Alright? As the Apostle Paul calls it, the superfluity of naughtiness, the residue and the bullshit we did in the world. To purify that, you gotta afflict us. It says, behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. There's many scriptures like this. You know, most notably, Sirach, 2nd chapter, 1 down. You know, that's one of our go-to to build your faith up, alright? Most High compares us to precious gold, but if you see gold in its natural state, it doesn't look like the jewelry on your neck. Okay? It's covered in all types of things. Alright? So before it gets to that beautiful shining gold, it has to go through a purification process. And that was done with fire. Okay, so that's the same thing with us. You know? It's the same thing with us. I'll get one more. Proverbs chapter 25. Let's see if I can go to that. Let's see if I can go to that. Bear with me, I can. Suffer me a moment. Proverbs 25. I believe it's 4. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 25 and 4. It says, take away the dross from the silver, and there shall come forth a vessel for the finer. Right? What's that dross? Metals you don't want. Okay? The tin and what have you. What does that represent? Most are purging all the bullshit from us, man. All that weak nature, all that sinful nature, purging that shit. By how? Putting that pressure on our ass, man. Right? With affliction. That we may call on him and come out that affliction even stronger, more faithful. Right? So, in closing, our life is as a bitter herb, but it's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what the bitter herbs do is good for you. You know, we're gonna reap great rewards, Lord willing, if we finish. I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rachak Kodash, double honors to the apostles, and and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. Citation to the hopeful elect out there. You Akim to Zadakim. I do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. Shalom.